Hello, hello, hello. It's your boys, the DM podcast. It's late at night. We're doing this right after the Warriors and the Wolves game. So it's almost like a late reaction pod, which we could do during the NBA Finals, do some late reaction pods. We'll see. But really, we haven't talked in a minute. So we're going to talk about some things that happened last round. We definitely got to talk about this round. What happened last night? What just happened today? Got to talk about it all. But how's my boy YS doing?
Every day above ground. You
Of
already know.
course. For as long as we're above ground, we are always good. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. What we can go straight to it, but I think we both have some opinions of what happened in the first round. So if you want to get that second round, we're gonna talk about second round because the second round has been very interesting so far. We've had three really good games. I think today's Warriors and Wolves game was a dud. I thought we were going to see more effort from the Wolves. We did not. I still expect them to be better this playoff series. But we've had a lot of eliminations that just happened. There's four teams that I'm pretty sure we want to talk about. The Clippers, the Rockets, the Lakers, and I would also like to talk about the Pistons as well. Which I'll start first with the Pistons. Just a brief, they got limited to the Knicks. I just want to say good job, Pistons. Good job, Detroit. You tried really hard. Cade, good job,
You're
Cade.
a guy. You're a guy, Cade, officially. Like officially you're a guy.
You
Straight
you
up.
you showed up, Cade. Sword played great defense. At the end of the day, Jalen Brunson hit a clutch shot. He hit a clutch shot. You can't do much about that. And we're gonna talk more Jalen Brunson very soon.
We got a lot to talk about Jalen Brunson.
But overall, hit a clutch shot. But Detroit, you fought. I think ultimately you just made young team mistakes. Coming down to it, made young team mistakes. Yeah. Yeah. Anything you want to say about Detroit?
Well, first of all, give credit to Detroit. You know what I mean? Because they had the best turnaround, I want to say in NBA history,
Yeah, yeah. I think if it's not number one, it's like number two, but it's like one
right?
of the best.
With the win-loss differential. So shout out to that alone. That's a big step in the right direction. You know what I mean? Cade proved that he is an all-around player and
Right.
he can really get steals,
Right.
right? Cade, shout out to Cade. He's going to focus more on being a leader. I'm not saying he's a bad leader, but being more of a leader. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, there's veterans around, so they have to mesh still, right? And they're meshing well. But the veterans are going to give him like the Hardaway Jr., the Beasley. They're giving him like, it's your team. We're behind you. We support you. That's
Yeah.
going to happen in the offseason. So expect Detroit to still do the same thing, but better next year. You know what I mean?
I hope so too, especially with like Jaden Ivey coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine him in this series. This could have been a 7 game series. Even if New York
Definitely.
wins, it's definitely potentially a 7 game series. But yeah, I really want to see what Ivy can do because I think what's gonna happen with Detroit, Ivy's gonna come back.
Hmm.
Then it's that February time. Do you trade Ivy for an upgrade, or does Ivy and Cade complement each other enough that you're like, okay, this team can make not a special run in the playoffs, but it can disturb
Hmm.
some people and matchup dependent can do some things. So I just want to give a big shout out to Detroit, a team that's also young. Another guy from the 2021 draft, the Jalen Green and the Houston Rockets.
Jalen Green. I had high hopes for you.
You
You
did, you
know,
definitely did. I did not, but you did.
and I believe this is his first playoff series, right?
Yeah,
First playoff
first
series.
time, yeah. Yeah.
Like I felt like, what were you doing out there? You're doing cardio. That's what I felt. You were doing cardio.
Darner looked that way. Some of those games, like Jalen's stats, you know, he had a 38-point game, and that seemed like the outlier game. He
That
didn't
was a
score more than like 13
12
points.
or 13, yeah,
Yeah,
points. And you're not being aggressive. Like if you scored 12, 13 points, but you took 15, 16 shots, right? Like, okay, but you weren't getting shots up like that. A, you know what I mean? B, you were going away from contact. I do not get that. This is the playoffs. You go away from contact, you're guaranteed not to get any sort of calls. You're not Giannis, you're not Joker, you're not Shea. Players cannot breathe on you and you're gonna get the call.
Yep.
Let's keep it buck.
Yep. I think you're right. He didn't score over 12 points, only the 38-point game, and really disappointing. Game one, 7 points, then the 38, then nine, then eight, then 11, then 12, then eight. Like,
You scored 7 games, 5 games. You were in double. 2 games out of the 7, you're in double figures.
yeah,
That's disgusting.
yeah, it's not right. You are a person who many people believe in, like you believe in, right? So you're just expecting better, better, right? And like we talked about this weeks ago, and this is the way that the people love Amen Thompson. People love him.
He's a
Th-
guy. He's a guy.
and he deserves it because you're like, he was the most aggressive guy that whole game.
Yeah, and he has some moves that also he was surprising. He was
W-
surprising a lot of people. I cannot lie. Like
Once
he
he,
has such a high motor.
yeah, once he gets more consistent with it, sky's the limit. Once he gets more
Once
consistent,
once that gets because
right?
he'll take it. He'll take it. He'll hesitate. He'll take it. He has good mechanics. It's just confidence. That's it.
Right. I think people always want the next Kawhi Leonard, but if you can get an Iguodala out of him, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And
Igu
I feel he has a higher ceiling than the Iguodala. I feel that.
you know what I'm saying? So like
I feel that.
he's got to fix the shot mechanics, let him be consistent shooting the three. The thing is, you don't need a super bag. Kawhi doesn't have a super bag. He doesn't have that.
I
But
tell
he's
people that all the
consistent.
time.
He's consistent. That's all you need is consistent shot.
I
You should be consistent. Like
Kawhi.
Shea's not the most like dynamic
No,
scorer.
he's
He's just
not.
consistent with the mid range. That's all you have to be consistent with the mid range. But yeah, I think with the Rockets, I'm gonna follow your lead and what you said from day one. Don't do anything crazy. Don't make any trades.
Don't make any
Let's just wait until February.
wait till February.
At the end of the day, you're a young team. You're very young, like very young.
So these are going to happen. Like
They
Jalen
have
Green
to.
having that series, it's surprising, but we look at he is 22.
Yeah, yeah.
It's his first series. It overall, they're a young team minus Fred and who
Dylan,
else is on the team?
Fred and Dylan, and then Steven
Fred,
Adams.
Fred Dillon and Steven Adams. Those are really the three vets. Every man is 23.
Yeah.
So
So you just have to
okay,
learn. You have to learn. It's a learning experience. I think you just have to go with it. I was listening to I think Gil's Arena and they were talking about like trading mans, and I've always been big on like trade Jalen Green, the trade. But I really thought about it. Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, they were in playoffs since like Raptors won in 2019. So like 2018, 2017, they were making noise then. They just weren't that team yet, right? It took them a while to become that team. They literally just won a title last year.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
takes time. It takes a lot of time. It's
definitely does.
a lot of time. So you just have to roll with the punches. But you've always said this. I'm not sure if you changed your mind, but I do agree. Young team, first year playoffs. You have so much young talent. Like I do think you have too much young talent that you can make a little bit some upgrades of like if you can get like a Michael Beasley type on your squad, like get another big man. That'd be good in my opinion. Like you try to move the needle through that. So that's what I would do if I was them. Because they have too much young guys. Like Jabari Smith Jr. has to get traded.
Yeah,
Cam
he's
Whitmore,
coming off the bench and at a number 3 pick.
right? Tari Eason, Reed Shepard. There's just too much guys.
Like Reed Shepard needs more time. Same with Tari, I feel, but it's just like there's guys.
There's too much. Yeah, there's too much. So then
Anytime
eventually they
Reed
gotta make some
Shepard,
decisions.
anytime Reed Shepard plays, he hits like three threes.
Yeah,
He gets over
yeah,
25 minutes, he hits 3 threes. Like it's
yeah. They have to make a decision on him because Fred has a team option, but I think they're gonna keep him. He's too much of a vet.
they
Ime
need
likes
to
him
keep
way
him.
too much.
Yeah,
Ime
yeah.
trusts him. He's like I think Ime trusts him more than anyone on the squad.
If I were Ime, I would too. To be
Veteran
honest,
leadership.
like
Veteran leadership is needed.
you have a ring, leadership. You play with Kawhi, a guy that's known to get it done. You play with Lowry as well, a guy that's just a dog, been in the league, still in the league, 17, 18 years. So it's like you're undrafted. So Ime has that. You're undrafted
Yeah.
and you win a ring. So it's
And he was the most consistent guy the whole series. So
he was.
so
He was hitting threes. So kind of Fred was hitting something like this is the Fred I love to see.
yeah, no, he was doing his thing.
Yeah.
Another team that got eliminated, I didn't mention him in the four, but quickly on the Bucks, real quick. Should they trade Giannis? I didn't even like this talk sometimes.
If I were the Bucks, I'm trading everyone but Giannis. Like everyone out of my presence.
Yeah, yeah.
Real talk. Like Brooke Lopez, you cannot get 4 rebounds.
Matt can barely get two. Matt can barely get two. Yeah, no, I agree. I wouldn't it sucks because Dame is probably out next season. With that injury, he's probably out next season. So you're almost like letting Giannis probably have to be an MVP next season because he's gonna do it all by himself. You probably have to
Yes.
re-sign Gary Trent because you really don't have a second person. And Kyle Kuzma is untradeable, so and you don't
Kyle
have no
Kuzma
draft picks.
is. I didn't. Okay.
And you don't have draft picks. Like the Bucks have a horrible future.
You have no more draft pick. You traded Middleton. Okay.
Who like who's probably gonna I think he has a player option or not. Doesn't really matter. You wouldn't have to pay him a lot of money because respectfully, he doesn't deserve more money. So you wouldn't have to pay him that much more money. So he could have came on a cheaper deal, rested, and been a nice like even he came off the bench for you, he would have been good for you. But that's a whole other issue. Clippers,
Man, Clippers.
Harden. He just can't.
Game seven Harden is real.
It's just so disappointing. It's clearly something in his mind.
But
Uh,
the thing is, he was playing good in the first half. I
it
think he had,
was
like, I want to say a double double, like 10 and
yeah
13 assists in the first half. I'm like,
yeah
okay, Harden, okay, right? Keeping the game within reach and
yeah. It
like,
sucks. It really sucks. And the thing with Harden, I was gonna like do some crazy talk and be like, yo, sometimes I think Harden, not that he's better than like KD or anything, but I'd be like, yo, the past what 10 years, Harden's really done more for me than KD has. Or like Harden has had to do
in
more with
overall,
less.
I could agree with that. Overall,
You
I
know,
can agree with
you
that
know, like
too.
Harden's done more with less. I was really about to boost Harden. I'm not gonna lie. But then like moments like this, I'm like, yo, KD's not falling under pressure in a game seven.
No, KD's dropping 30 at least in the game seven if he needs to, right? He is.
So I can't say that if KD's gonna show up and score 40 points on the game seven. But yeah, Kawhi wasn't that great either. I know people want to say Kawhi was okay that game. He wasn't to me. He wasn't. And I think me and you can both laugh at this as Toronto natives, or Toronto adjacent natives. Kawhi should have stayed.
No, that's a no-brainer. Real
You should
talk.
have stayed. You would have ran the East for at least like you think about it now. If he stayed, Fred is probably still on the team.
100,
Pascal's probably still on the team.
100.
Do I think OG's on the team? No, because he would have been your best trade asset,
He would have
right?
been.
At
What
the
about
time.
Lowry?
If Kawhi stays, I don't see why Kyle wouldn't be a bench guy, like coming off the
Yeah,
bench,
I
12
agree.
minutes a game. But it's one of those like Kyle would have to kind of realize he's not who he is anymore, right? And like it really
He,
like it's Fred, Pascal,
Kawhi.
Kawhi. But I think you could have easily traded OG for some whatever you could have got,
Yeah.
right? You could have done something with OG for sure. I think you could trade OG for some young wings if you truly wanted to. And you
Or,
potentially would have had Norm as well,
yeah,
right? So you would have had some scoring punch
you
to
would have.
lead Kawhi, right?
Who would have been in the East to battle
Yeah, yeah,
from
would have been good.
2019 moving forward? Like, who was
And you still
Brooklyn that
potentially could have
wasn't
traded
Philly?
for Jakob Poeltl,
Yeah. We beat all the teams that would have been in our way that year.
right?
Philly, Milwaukee, right? We
The
would deal with
only
it.
is Boston. Only Boston would be the only team
Only
right
be
now that would have to be like a team that Toronto, if they had Kawhi, would be worried about. So like, yeah, Kawhi shouldn't have left. I saw a stat. he's won less playoff series with the Clippers, and he's been with the Clippers for 5 years than he's with the Raptors that 1 year. He's won more playoff series with the Raptors than he's been with the Clippers. That's crazy.
Numbers
That's
don't lie.
numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't
So
lie. People can talk, but numbers stay the same.
I think James Harden can opt out and sign for a longer contract. I don't know what that contract's gonna look like.
I don't know what it's gonna look like either because this is not James Harden doing this with this,
Yeah,
right?
it's more
So
like and he had a good season. He
he
had a
definitely
pretty
had a
good
good
season.
season. He had a better season than I thought he would have had. I'm
Yeah,
agreeing with this.
yeah, easily. So I don't know. A team like the Clippers, I don't know where they go. I have no idea.
You
Maybe see if Kawhi is like how happy he is. Maybe you ask him if he's okay with leaving.
are ever happy?
Right? Like I would ask him if he's okay with leaving. Like if I'm Ballmer, I'm like, okay, let's try to like get young. Like let's be young.
Are you trying to? Okay, okay. Who are you keeping? Are you everyone's on the table?
Everyone's on the table. If
Even
I
Norman?
yeah, everyone on the Norm would probably give me my best asset because Kawhi's older, so is James, and Norm can help any team right now the way he's playing,
It's so
right?
true.
So and no, sorry, my best asset would be Zubac. He'd be my best asset. That guy is a double machine,
I kind of don't want to get rid of that guy. He
right?
kind
Like
of had a
I would,
great season. If he
yeah.
could shoot the three, that would be just scary.
Yeah, I just don't know who like if I could trade Zubac to the Lakers, I'm just gonna fantasy trade. If I could trade Zubac to the
Move
Lakers
on to
for
the Lakers, actually would be good.
for Austin Reeves and like I probably need Rui's contract. So Rui and Austin Reeves, boom, for Zubac.
I feel like it's too
Then
much. I feel like the Mark Williams would have been better because he would give up less.
definitely. But then or like I do even if I do Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect. Okay, perfect. Two shooters. Then I'm trading Kawhi.
Kind of don't want if I'm the GM for the Lakers, I kind of do not want to. I don't want to lose Reeves. I don't want
Yeah,
to lose Ryu, and I don't want to lose LeBron and Luka, obviously.
yeah. But you have to lose one of those four. You have to. You have to contract wise, money wise, and we'll get to the thing. If I'm the Clippers, I'm trading like Kawhi. I'm calling like I'm hoping there's a stupid GM out there. Like I'm calling the Kings to be like, give me, give me all your young guys. Give me
Bobby,
Murray, Ellis. Give me all of them. Heck, give me Sabonis. This is Kawhi Leonard. Give me Sabonis because then I'm gonna flip Sabonis. Like I'm thinking, give me like, or I'm calling like Portland. Give
or
me
even
like
like the sign-ins. Holy shit! Sabonis.
I'm going crazy with it. Like I'm trying to make the Clippers young, fun, and then try to get some draft picks along the way. But yeah, I don't know what the Clippers are going to do this offseason. They're an intriguing team to me because they surprised us all, like all of us.
I
I
can't like
had them like
the.
13th in the. I did not think they're going to win
I
games.
thought they were playing. I was thinking like playing. You guys are playing, but these guys were actually
Pretty good. They're pretty good still.
kind of
Pretty good.
Zubac's breakout season. Norm, his best
Breakout season
season.
too.
So it's like Harden played some of his best basketball he played in like the last few years. To be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah,
it's still
they had a pretty good season all in all if you think about it. So I'm curious what the future will hold for them. The Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start.
I don't know
I,
how. I don't know. It was we were saying Lakers in five.
the crazy thing is, we're looking at this playoffs, and honestly, it really seems like anyone can win the title. Like
Now,
I
yes.
can't truly predict who's gonna win the title. I really can't. Like Boston to me seems like the most obvious, but like sometimes the way we're gonna talk about them, but the way they act sometimes, you're like,
Yeah, yes.
do y'all want to win? Like that hunger's not there in them. OKC is like they're just immature sometimes to me. They
They
need to win.
definitely mature because it's like Shay, 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 Shay.
That's really what it comes down to. Like, Denver is
There's
a
other
team.
guys. There's other
Denver,
guys.
we're gonna definitely gonna talk about Denver, but like to me, the Lakers could have been their year again. But I feel like I always feel that way because I'm thinking LeBron. If I don't know, but the person people keep talking about is Luca. Someone made a clip on YouTube. This man got blown past like over like 20 times that game.
He can't guard anybody.
He can guard anybody. Anybody. He's such a liability. The way that team runs, and correct me if I'm wrong, Luca's so ball dominant, like it's the James Harden effect that
Yeah,
like Luca, I think Luca could probably play with LeBron, but LeBron needs to be more of like Julius Randle, if that makes sense. Like he needs to be like literally do your thing. Like LeBron can't be a presence. LeBron can't have a triple double. LeBron can't have like when you're playing with Luca, you can't also have stats.
it's true. It's
I'm
true.
Luca. Like you can have stats points wise. You can score
Yeah.
because I'll pass you the ball, but you can't have 8 assists and 8 rebounds. It doesn't work with Luca.
With Luke, yeah, he's too ball. You're right. You'd have the ball 18 seconds in the shot clock, right?
Right? It just doesn't work. Like Luca needs another ball handler, and that's why Kyrie was good. And Luca also needs like everybody around him to play defense. Well, LeBron's 40. That man tried his best to play defense, and he was a hella tired in
Of
game five,
course. Of course. He's
right?
taking plays off.
Austin Reeves doesn't play no defense. So it just sucks. And then
I feel like Austin Reeves tries. He
he
tries.
tries. He definitely tries.
He
And then
tries.
what's the coach name again? JJ. I think he was a little too cocky. He should have played. The man played Maxi Cleveland. Cleveland hasn't played in like the whole season. He should have played Jackson Hayes. I don't care. You see
I
the
was
way,
wondering why he didn't play him. He played, I remember he had a game log, 4 minutes, 25 seconds. Just like, okay, you guys have no center. You guys are getting eaten on the inside. LeBron is going to be blocking shots. Ryu is going to be blocking shots. Like LeBron's 40, Ryu is, I mean, he's
yeah.
really good, but like he's 6'8", a three. He's not known to be blocking shots like that. You know what I mean? So they're getting anything they want in the paint.
You're making it
More
seem like
listed.
LeBron can't play center.
I don't know,
Like Rui can play center. Like DFS can play center for like maybe 3 to 5 minutes in the game. But you guys want to play center the whole game. Yo, you made Rudy Gobert have 27 and like 20.
bro. Career night for Rudy Gobert. Career night, career high, right?
Like
So
Ant Edwards didn't he was horrible that game. Horrible.
you could say horrible, but if you look at the stats, he was 15, he had 11 boards, and I think he had 8 assists.
Right. You're right. I should say he didn't score 40 on. He
He
didn't score
wasn't
40.
scoring, but he was impacting the game still, definitely.
And Julius Randle, cool. That guy like played so well in the whole series. Him and McDaniels played so well the whole series. And like the Lakers just couldn't match them bench wise, physically.
And yeah,
And mind you,
defensively. Mhm.
we all predicted the Lakers. Like, we thought the Lakers were gonna win. We just like I didn't even
What
I
happened to the
didn't
end of
think
season Gabe we were seeing, right?
they didn't show
What
up,
happened to that?
right? The Lakers depth all of a sudden was gone. I think the physicality of the Wolves, I don't think the Lakers knew that was gonna happen. I think defensively, you're just asking too much of LeBron.
Yeah, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
You're asking too much. And like unless you have somebody like another wing defender who could like if you had a Mikal Bridges with them, like if you took Mikal Bridges and took away Austin Reeves
I
and
was
you
gonna
had
say
Mikal
that.
Bridges,
Yeah, that's awesome.
right? You'd be better, right? Because you have another wing defender, but you're depending on DFS to play elite level defense, LeBron to play great defense, Rui needs to play elite defense, and you're asking Luca to just try.
Yeah, and like you're asking Luka to stay in front of his man, not even to put a hand up, just to stay in front of him, and it's not
That's
even
not
happening.
happening, right? And the thing with Luca, and they were complaining about this last year. Yo, when Luca doesn't get the call, it's like LeBron too. When they don't get the call, that running back on defense is they're allergic to.
This is a playoff, so it's like attention to detail has to be there.
Right? You can't just do that. So if you have both LeBron and Luca both complaining on the half court, and the next man just ready ran and got a layup, and
It's
you
a
can't say
five
shit
on
to
three,
them. You can't say,
five on three.
and you can't
Mhm.
say shit to LeBron and Luca to be like, yo, why didn't you come back on defense?
You
They're looking
can't.
at yo, LeBron's looking at you like, do you want to sit on the bench?
Yeah, you want to get traded 100%.
You can't do that. So it's like that team. I don't even know what their next steps are. I don't know. What do you think? I think the only thing they can do is trade Austin Reeves because he's the only one that's contract
Yeah,
value.
yeah. They're gonna have to move Austin. They're gonna have to move Austin. They're gonna have to get Mark Williams. I'm gonna say it again. They're gonna have to get some. They're gonna have to get a
Do
big.
you think they should try that trade again?
They should try to. Well, Mark Williams failed some, so I guess don't fuck with Mark Williams. Sorry, Mark,
Yeah.
but they need to get a big. Like they need to get a center that can. Like obviously, Miles Turner is ideal, right?
And
Someone
mind you,
that.
he's a free agent. He's a
So
free
depending
agent.
if he gets pissed this playoffs, Indiana, but Indiana's yeah, 2-0. So I don't think he's pissed right now. He's not pissed, so he's
No,
staying
not at
over
all.
there. But Lakers need to get a center that can. It doesn't have to be shooting threes, but he has to be able to hit like the midi, pick and pop. Like he
I
has to be decent.
yeah, even like I think Nick Claxton is a potential center that's available, but
He's
it's
gonna
because
take it. He's
Luca
gonna,
and the lob, like Luca needs a lob threat,
he definitely does. He definitely.
right? This yeah, they either need a center who can play like amazing defense, like amazing, or they need one who can like stretch the floor very well, like very well. Like so either like a Miles Turner or you get like yeah, like a Nick Claxton type.
I feel like they should start with the defender if you're gonna put it that way
Yeah,
because
I think you should get a defender too.
they like with Luke and LeBron. You need like your focus should be defense right now.
Especially because I think Jackson Hayes wasn't bad. Like he didn't play bad for the Lakers.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why he didn't play. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
he didn't play
saying.
bad
Like
for the Lakers.
he has a high motor. He's a body. He'll block shots. Like he's not the best shooter or anything like the best offensive player, but he'll give you effort.
He wasn't making like dumb mistakes.
Underrated
So
player too. So
yeah, it's not something. So I don't know what the Lakers are going to do this offseason. I I don't know. I don't know who their trade assets are. Like they have none. They have none. But then my last question before we go to now to the second round was Nico Harrison right, or did he have a point? I should say.
he doesn't have a point. No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
say no.
Luka
No.
plays no defense, but I'm still not trading that guy.
Yeah. Oh
Luka
yeah.
plays no defense, I'm not trading that
You
guy.
guys went to
Never.
the finals
Yeah,
since this is like since the Dirk.
yeah, yeah.
The
No,
Dirk.
no,
And
yeah.
you just need to build on that. Like you already had Kyrie over there happy to be there, and we thought,
He was
shoot,
happy to be there.
right? And we thought, shoot, Kyrie's there with Luca. How long is Kyrie gonna be here for? He's happy with Luca. You guys make the finals. Lively's looking better. Gaffer's looking, you know what I mean?
PJ Washington,
Jay Washington, all of them, you know what I mean?
Najee Marshall, then Clay literally came up to the squad because of Luka. Like I don't know,
So you had
not a
another
good look.
3-point threat slash defender too. He's not an old Clay, but he's better defense than a lot of players in the league still.
Yeah, no, not a good look as well. So I'm curious. I think that draft pick and Dalton Connect is still going to be dangling around to see who's going to bite. I still think if you can try to get like my guy from Portland, Simons, that's to me that's the one I'm gunning for. I just think that guy can do so much. But other
They
than that,
should
I'm not
blow
too
up
sure.
Portland. They should blow up Portland. Get Simons, Lakerland,
Yeah,
Aiden, Lakerland. Do a blockbuster.
right.
Get
Aiton.
blown.
Oh, see, Aiton, you just said that's the perfect person for them. Aiton, he's perfect. His contract's just too big, but he's perfect for them.
Contract is big.
Yeah, he's too perfect. Let's get to the second round, man. Second round already has been a hella fun.
Fireworks.
A hella fun. Let's go to the games tonight, you know. I thought the Minnesota Wolves game, I hope Steph is gonna be healthy. I hope he's healthy because I don't want no injured players. I want Steph
Yeah.
to be healthy, but he like
Especially the big names. I don't want them to be injured.
yes. He came out in the second quarter with they believe like a little hamstring. I hope it's not nothing too bad. What I liked is that like Jimmy Butler, they won the game, and in this little conversation at the end of the game, he's like, Steph is our best player. I rate that. I rate that he knows that we need Steph. He's like, the game is hard without them. You have to play defense and offense. Where with Steph, you could just really focus on that defense, like
Yeah.
majority of the game.
And everyone's just focused on Steph, where the hell he's running around off screens, and you're just, you know what I mean? So.
I think Minnesota just didn't try hard. It's weird. It's like these teams rather play away. Like like the first thing, I'm not sure we said in the pod or before the pod, but all four away teams have won. So far in the playoffs, away teams are 5-0 because the Pacers won twice. The
Five
home
and zero was
so
crazy.
the away teams are 5-0 against the home teams. So it's clear that like being at home is just not an advantage anymore.
And it used to be, but I feel like now players, because well, fans are always fans, but they just like saying fans, yo, this is my house, not your house. I came in your house, now it's my house type of talk. Like players like that. They like the heckling, I feel like.
Yeah, I would love the heckling. I'm not gonna lie. I would love it. I would love it. I would, because it makes you like want it more. And I think another thing that hurts is that people are watching the game. They're not in love with the team. They like the players,
The player,
right?
not,
So
yeah,
you don't have that same like feeling. Like, I've been feeling, the Raptors. I watched Raptors games this season, but I didn't feel the same way, right? Like my feeling of the Raptors was different. It'll probably change when like other things happen, but like I don't have that same feel. So I think that shit matters in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, you know, before even today's game, what was your prediction for the series?
Yo, I honestly thought before tonight's game, after the Pacers won already, I was thinking that could go 7 games, right? But I
The Wolves and G State. Did I say
oh,
that?
Wolves and
G
G
State.
State. To be honest, that's tough. That's so tough. I like the thing is Jimmy Butler against his former team that dogged him,
Yeah,
right? So I want to say because of that, but then there's the factor of Curry. Is he going to be back for game two, right? So it's
yeah.
just this. Okay, based on Curry and the hamstring, I'm gonna go 7 games because I don't know if he's gonna miss the next game and then come back for game three, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say because I'm gonna say 7 games. I'm gonna say
The
7.
the thing is, before the series start, I thought Wolves would win. I thought the Wolves would win because I just the way they handled the Lakers, I was like, good, this team should handle the Warriors. But then I also got to think to myself, there's Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, but I had the same mentality with Luca and LeBron.
Yeah,
So
so
I'm
yeah,
just thinking as a team, I love Minnesota Timberwolves. Their bench, their three guys off their bench is so good. So
very
I think
good.
I was gonna pick like Wolves in like six. You know what I'm saying? Wolves in seven, I was thinking of. But now that the G State won, I probably don't want to change my pick, but I wouldn't be shocked that the Warriors won. But I think it's gonna be a 7 game series. So
Should be, should
it's a
be. It,
7 gamer.
it
It's one of
should be.
those like Minnesota will win the next game and probably win game three. And then Warriors will win game four. Minnesota probably win game five. Like it's gonna go back and forth. So it's gonna be a good one overall. I think Ant-Man has to still show some dominance. I think this series, they always say that Rudy Gobert is gonna get played out of the series. I think he could be played in. I think
I don't get
he,
how he can play it out. He's has like basically how tall is he? 7'3".
yeah, he's the
So he's
tallest
more or less
man,
close to a foot taller than Draymond Green. So I
right?
don't.
And then mind you, they have Jimmy guarding. Or they had Jimmy guarding him. So they had Draymond guarding and then Jimmy guard. So like he's always gonna be bigger.
I
He
would feel
just
insulted if they put Draymond Green on me and I'm Rudy Gobert.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
too little. Like, just give me the ball 5 feet away. I'm just gonna drop it in.
yeah.
Like,
And then also you have a way better bench than them. Way better. DiVincenzo, Reed, and Nikhil are like better. Who they have off the bench? Like Kaminga's not doing shit. Moses
he's
Moody
got
hasn't really
Quentin
done
Post,
much,
Kuminga, and Kevon Looney.
right? Like the Warriors are really like maybe five guys deep, maybe. You have Pods, Curry, Butler, Draymond, um, let's say Jimmy. So,
Moody.
but then I'm thinking like, who do they
Okay, Gary
trust?
Payton. Gary Payton the
They trust
second.
Gary, but like other than that, they don't really trust mans like that,
They don't trust mans like that. No. The thing
right?
is,
So
Warriors have defense.
they play amazing
They
defense,
have defense. Lakers, we've seen Lakers. So that's gonna be the big difference between Lakers and them, right? In this series. And G
right? So you
State.
would say Warriors in seven?
Like the thing is, I'm gonna say because of the injury and we don't know the timeline. I'm gonna say Wolves in seven.
Yeah, yeah. I think like, but one thing I wouldn't be shocked if the Warriors won at all. Wouldn't be shocked. In a more fun game, more to the end, was the Pacers versus Cavs. Well, Pacers versus Cavs first game, Pacers kind of did their thing throughout the whole game. Pacers versus Cavs here, Cavs were up like a good 20 points at one. I'm like the game is should be done, but it's like the Pacers like being down because it's the second time I think this playoffs. This, I think they were down 20 with the Bucks as well, and they won the game. I think their team that just likes to be down. Like they're just they like adversity. Like they clearly like adversity. They're obviously a good road team as well because they can play on the road because they literally won 2 games on the road. They won 2 games, I think, in Milwaukee as well. Like they're okay with being on the road. And Tyrese Halliburton, man, had the cojones, hit the shot.
Pacers, they're like bulls. All they see is red when they're
They
playing.
do.
Like they just see the red as the bucket is red, and they just go. They don't care about shot clock. They don't care about how much time is left. They just go. There'll be times it's like they should be holding the ball. Well, shoot, you're gonna give me a lane. I'm gonna still score.
And they're like one of the teams out of all the teams that like has a strong identity. They know what they want to do. They know
Mhm.
how they want to do it, when they want to do it. They have an identity. And like Pascal really didn't have a good game. Like he had like 12 points, wasn't really a factor. Their team is so balanced, like truly balanced.
They
Uh,
got guys that can get it done in so many different ways, type shit. Like if this guy's going out, to worry about this guy. If this guy's going out, if you got TJ McConnell, if he's going, you got to pay attention to TJ because TJ can start going. If
you definitely can.
Nemhard is going, you got to pay attention to Nemhard. If Siakam's going, if Halliburton's going, if Turner's going, you got to pay attention. So it's like, and these guys can all top, and if he's hitting threes, you gotta okay, top is hitting threes now. They can literally go Mathurin. Like these guys can go 10 deep, I feel, 9 deep.
Right. And then like I think one of the games they went 11 deep. I think because they put Ben Shepherd, who's one of their better wing defenders. And like Neesmith isn't a slouch offensively. He
He
can do his thing
isn't. He
offensively and like
isn't.
defensively he's good. This team is deep and they can score
And he can score.
and they're not even trash on defense. Like Halliburton's their worst defender. Like people gotta remember Miles Turner back in the day was a really good defender. Like really good, right? So he's a decent defender now. Pascal's a decent defender. Nemhard's a pretty pesty defender,
Nemhart, I can't lie, I like his defense because he's shifting his feet a lot, man.
right? Halliburton's your worst defender, and every team has a guy that like Halliburton can just guard, right? So he's just guarding their worst player. Um, so like which or he'll guard their 3-point shooter because 3-point shooter's not going to move around. They
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
Steph
yeah.
Curry. So yeah, like I always want to believe in the Pacers. The only thing I don't like, and I was telling you this before, I hate the thought that Mobley's out, Garland's out, Hunter's out. Cause I don't want people to be like, well, see, Dame was out first round, then these guys were out this time. It sucks. I want them
Yeah,
to
yeah,
win
yeah.
based off like going against guys.
Yeah, I agree with you, 100.
So that just kind of it
Because
just
they
kind of
won in game
sucks.
one with no Garland. So, you know what I mean? Mobley played game one. I didn't even see game one. He
Yeah,
didn't play.
they all played game one except
So it was
Garland.
just Garland. So it was
Yeah,
just Garland. So it's like, okay, that's, you know what I mean? Everyone played. They're still deep. Ty Jerome is a guy.
yeah.
Hunter is a guy. Like, you always,
Yes, I agree. And I was gonna say that something like that too, because like now if you lose Mobley, Garland, and Hunter, then I'm
then
okay.
it's,
It's
then, yeah.
crazy.
But if it's just Garland, I'm not going to say, oh, because they didn't have Garland, that's why they lost the
You
series.
won 60
Definitely not
games
going to say that.
because you won 60 games.
You won
So
60 games. You have Ty. There's still Ty Jerome there. There's still Sam Miro. That's just
there's
clapping
oh,
threes.
there's still Hunter, there's still Strauss,
There's
there's
still
still Allen, there's still Mobley, still
yes,
like
Mobley.
there's
Yes, there's
so
still
much guys.
guys. There's
Yeah,
still guys.
yeah,
Like
I agree. 1,000% I agree. Yeah. Today's game, I can mind you, you were up 20. You were up 20 with all those guys.
you were up 20, so
So
you're up
no,
20.
like if you're a 60 plus win team with potentially nobody to make the first team All NBA, that means you're a team because you don't have an individual guy killing
You're
it.
right. Unless they put Mitchell. I need to
unless they
see.
put Mitchell. But if they don't put Mitchell, then
There's
yeah, even
really
if you
no
do,
follow you.
no one's putting Mitchell in like MVP voting. No one's talking about Mitchell being MVP.
And
No one,
that's kind of disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of disrespectful.
right? No one's talking about him. I think Harden got more love on MVP conversations than Mitchell has.
The thing is, did we expect Cavs to be number one seed clear cut?
No, not close. No way.
We
I
didn't
knew they were gonna
expect.
win games, but not like this.
We thought we were gonna win games, but with Clippers thought we were was gonna be a play-in. So I
Right.
guess that's why there's more.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess,
true. That's true. So, but I hope everyone's healthy. Game three. I'm pretty sure because their next game is Friday. Yeah, the next game is Friday, so we'll see. We'll see. But who'd you like, or who'd you originally pick for this series?
bro, for this series, like don't get it twisted. I like the Pacers. I like watching. Pacers are fun to watch.
Very
Like
much so.
I'm not gonna lie, in the Eastern Conference, the teams that are the best teams to be watching in these playoffs right now in the Eastern Conference is the Pacers and the Knicks.
Yeah,
Let's keep it a buck. I want to see is the Pacers beat the Cavs. That's what I want to see.
I
If
definitely
Cavs,
would.
if Cavs are healthy, Cavs should win in I'm gonna say seven because I don't think they can win four straight.
Yeah, no, no, no.
I'm gonna say in seven, and if Cavs were to win in seven, I'm not gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, I want to Pacers because I want Mitchell to, you see what I'm saying? At the same time too. But you know,
It's a
Bryce,
weird thing. It's a very weird thing. Yeah, yeah.
but like I like watching Pacers better overall than the Cavs. So I'd rather see that style of basketball moving on to the next round. So
And the
I
one thing with the Cavs, and we talked about this, is that like if let's say those guys are hurt and they get eliminated, the Cavs are gonna just run it back because all they do is tell themselves is that Mans are hurt in the playoffs,
that's all. That's all.
and then
And
they're gonna run it
they would be
back,
mentally okay with that.
right? That's what you almost want them to play. So you're like, okay, you're not ready yet, or you're not there yet, blah 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 blah. Like it can all be done if they're all playing, but not every man's playing. But I agree. I think, I want the Pacers to win, but of course I had to pick the team that won 60 games to win in like six or seven. Like they won 60 games. So you
They
have to
won
pick them.
50 games. They know how
And
to win.
right. And they have a closer in Donovan Mitchell, a more consistent closer, even though Halliburton definitely closed some couple games. He closed that the Bucks game, he closed this one. So
That's crazy.
he's definitely a
Halliburton's showing
closer.
mad confidence.
To the Western Conference. The first game that we no, sorry, we already talked about the one game. To the other Eastern Conference one, Boston versus the Knicks. Boston
Boston,
was up like
Boston,
20.
Boston.
Y'all need to stop shooting no more threes. Y'all
Y'all,
shot 63s,
why you guys shooting like when you guys are shooting more threes than twos? This is why I don't like watching that style of basketball. I personally don't. Like to each his own, but like you guys are shooting. If don't get me wrong. If you guys, everyone was hot that game. It was a hot game. You guys shooting 50% from three, shoot 63, shoot 73s. You guys are hot, but that's an anomaly type of game. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Sort of thing. That's not going to happen. Or maybe happen maybe once for the season, once in 4 years, whatever. You guys shoot 50% from three, but you guys were breaking, taking bad shots. Tatum was taking bad shots. All y'all were taking bad shots early in the
Horrible.
shot clock off of offensive rebounds, taking bad shots.
Yeah, Jalen Brown was bad that night. And the crazy thing is, I thought the Knicks were really bad last night. I thought they were really bad.
They weren't great.
Like I thought they just happened to win based off like honestly just showing more effort in the last like half. They just showed more effort. The fourth quarter they showed way more effort. Josh Hart got legit every rebound, you
Josh
know,
Hart was getting every rebound. Brunson was getting every bucket at a time. Like it
right?
was, you could not stop Brunson pivoting. Like he'd be spin pivot, up and under pivot, mid range. New York was scoring in mid range, 3-pointer, and inside. They're mixing it up. I like that style of basketball.
Yeah. You need to put New York in foul trouble as well because they're not a deep team at all. Like
Tibbs,
at
even if
all.
they're a deep team, Tibbs playing every man starter 43 minutes.
The only he played Mitchell Robinson because Cat. Some I think Cat. That guy does some dumb shit sometimes. I do see it sometimes. Sometimes Cat like he just generally can piss you off the way he plays. You're like, what are you doing? Why are you fouling a man? Why are you flaring? Why are you like just not playing straight up?
It's like this every single playoff series he's in. Foul trouble,
Yeah,
foul
he
trouble,
doesn't
foul trouble, foul trouble.
because like he's pretty clutch for them. Like that first Pistons series, he was hitting some shots, and
Yeah,
like he can do the same. With no Porzingis, Towns is the fucking mismatch. Like he should be like, give me the ball in the post. Who's guarding him in the post? I like Jason Tatum. Come on, Carl Towns is a better post player than Jason Tatum is a post defender.
100%. It's too big. You're too big. Time's too big.
So yeah, I just don't. I just I'm you know, I overall did think Boston's going this series. I did. I do think that because I'm not gonna think Boston's losing a series until I
I'm not
see
gonna
it
think that
happen.
either.
So
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
gonna go
not.
against them. Right? Knicks won. I still think Boston in I honestly thought Boston in six, but maybe a Boston in seven.
Boston, that was disappointing. The fact that you guys, the decision making, you're up 20. This could be a 7 game series.
I think it could be. They just get too like complacent and lazy, and they don't care sometimes. There's no like anger. Like I think last year they played with so much anger, like they all gave a shit.
Yeah,
Like they
now
all gave a shit.
like the only people that are giving a shit I want to say is Drew Holiday and Derek White.
Which everyone's been saying, those two guys are the engines. Both those guys,
Derek
right?
White is blocking shots off glass, pinning.
I never seen this man miss a shot. Honestly, I never seen this man miss a 3-point shot. Never. I'm saying, dude, New York was playing so poorly. We left this man open so much times. Him and Al Horford do not miss shots. They don't
Uh,
miss shots.
they
One
don't.
in the fourth quarter, I never see them miss shots. They need to play better. Jalen Brown needs to play better. Disappointing. He was disappointing. I don't know. These guys, sometimes I get confused of how they want to play. Jason Tatum, he had 13 or 16 rebounds, one of the two.
Yeah.
He was doing his thing. He did all around good game, stats wise, but shooting too much threes, way too much.
They need to cut that out.
Yeah,
Missoula, if you watch this, cut that shit out. Cut it out.
60s, 60s way too much. Overall, 60s way too much. Just too much. Um, the next series we can talk about that Denver and OKC series. I'm just gonna say it. I think OKC is immature. And the reason why I say that, like, I think they can win the title too. Like, I think the title's open. I think it's open for anyone to win
It's looking very open because
because Boston's not looking dominant. So I think it's really by chance somebody can make it. Even the fucking Pacers can make a fucking run the way they're acting
yeah,
lately.
I feel like they're a team with the most they're the most confident team in the playoffs.
Bro,
After the
we just
Pacers.
came back 20 and we came back 20 in the last series. Halliburton's hitting shots. Our second best player isn't even doing that great right now, but it's like everyone's just doing it. Oh my gosh. But Denver's the second team that's if I'm them, I have super confidence.
Bruh,
Super confidence.
bruh. Like the fact that Joker had that type of game,
40 and 22, was it? Something like that?
something like that, 40, 22, 8 assists. Yeah, 7 turnovers, but we're gonna overlook the 7 turnovers,
It
right?
doesn't look like that.
Right? The fact that you guys wheeled your way, you OKC was up, I think 9 or 10 with like three,
Like,
4 minutes left.
yeah, he's like 2 minutes ago, bro. 10
And
up
I'm just
eight.
like, this game is, yeah, like, okay. And then it was a free throw comp. I'm like, okay, I know how this goes, right? But then Chet got to the line. They said he's 75%. I'm like, that's not bad. That's not great,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
He missed the first one. I'm like, this, okay. I mean, he could miss the second one, and if they get the rebound, it's all good. He missed the second one. They didn't get the rebound. I think Joker got who got the rebound? Joker,
No, Christian Braun.
Christian Brown, and he gave it to Westbrook because he's like, you know what, Westbrook, I know you're gonna push the ball.
Yeah, I thought Westbrook was gonna try to pull. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
Westbrook made a great decision because Aaron Gordon is a better three-point shooter than he is percentage-wise too.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. There was no timeouts left too, so it's
Yeah.
like whatever happens, happens.
And the thing, what OKC's problem was, why did you keep fouling? Like you were up. Like Jokic was on the bench and they fouled someone so Jokic could come back into the game.
Yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah.
shouldn't have done that. Like I don't. Their mentality was we're gonna keep fouling and keep scoring on the other end.
Because what they didn't want to give up a three.
I
Is
think
that
so. They didn't want to give a, but to me, you have great wing defenders. You can stop fouling.
yeah?
Like
Just
you
play
could just
defense.
play defense and you would have won the game. So I think it's just bad decisions like that. I think
They
I
relying
think
on Shea too much.
the man has to score 40 points the way they're acting. The man's gonna have to score 40.
Like J-Dub, I think 16. Chet had like a 15, which is not bad, but like if it wasn't for Caruso, you guys wouldn't really be in the game then. You guys, Caruso had a 20.
Yeah.
He had
I
a 20. He
think
was hitting threes.
I'm confused. I seen Chet guard Jokic. What are we doing here? Chet's an amazing defender, but Chet's also like 140 pounds.
Chet weighs less than us.
And like Jokic weighs like double than us.
Jokic, remember, even if Jokic is double than us, and look at Jokic's brothers.
And his one brother like huge man? Like the man's a triple bodyguard. So I don't understand that. That's why the man got 40 and 20. You need to put Hartenstein on him just for size.
And leave him on him, yeah, because
Yeah,
if we're just in the paint, just and they were just, oh, yeah, such a nice touch, that's such a nice touch. Well, if a nigga guarding me was
yeah.
110 pounds and shorter than me, I'm gonna dominate. Just keep
Like
it going.
you don't have a wing defender. Like if Dort was like taller, then Dort could guard because they let OG guard like a Jokic. Like if you have a nice wing, like Rui guarded Jokic pretty well. Those guys can guard him, but like you can't have Chet guard him for this long of a time. You
That's
just
too
can't.
fra Chet needs more strength. He's too fragile. Like anytime he shoots, anytime he goes in the paint, he
Yeah,
just be falling.
it's too much for them.
He just be
Uh,
falling.
but like if I had to choose for me now that the Lakers are gone, my LeBron is gone. I would like the Pacers to win the title. This is my order: Pacers, Denver because of Westbrook, because I want that guy to take a ring, and then like probably OKC because of Shea being Canadian,
Hmm.
right? Then I really don't see. I don't care. I do not want Gold State to win. I don't want that. But if you had to think about this, the series beforehand and now. So before, what was your prediction, and what is your prediction now?
Or shoot, honestly, it's tough to say. Like before, I was saying 7 games before. I'm saying 7 games after. It was a close game. These guys, these teams are gonna compete. You know what I mean? They got competitors, right? I think J-Dub, Chet, no, okay, we need to really step up, and you know what I mean? Like
You're
Caruso,
hoping so.
Caruso is that anomaly game. Caruso not giving us 20 for the next. He's not giving us 20 another 3 times in the series, or even
Yeah,
2 times
not at
in the
all. Not at
series.
all.
So they know they need to pick up the load scoring. They need to help out Shea because it's like it's like their offense is like it's really Shea. It's really Shea. It's like
It's
Shea.
only Shea.
Yeah, like depends on where he gets to. Okay, then he can pass the J-Dub, J-Dub pass the Caruso, and then the movement starts. But it starts with Shea, literally. And if he's not on the court, it's like their offense is, I don't know. They're not. It doesn't look like in sync when Shea's on the floor. To be honest.
I think the one I thought that I agree with you. I thought maybe 6 games OKC originally, and now I think it's a 7 game series for sure. Unless OKC like once again, if you're up all these teams, when you're up 15, like be up 30. Like,
Just put on the gas.
yeah, fucking try to destroy their confidence.
Yeah.
Right? These guys, I don't think they do that. I think everyone's like, oh, it's because the 3-point shot. No, I truly think Mans just don't play at 1 point, like at all, at all. I don't think they play. So, but I think OKC should still win the series. Um, I don't even know. They should win because if they don't win the series, they should still be very confident
They
for
definitely
the
should be
future,
confident.
right?
They
Because the
definitely
future's still young. Shea's still young. This is what happens. Boston had to go through. If you think about it, OKC really hasn't had pain.
no.
Like
Mm-mm.
Boston had pain. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals multiple times. They've had pain,
Boston had pain.
right? So like some teams get like pain. G State technically had some pain series before they won. So it,
Every team that won had some pain. Raptors had some pain. LeBron's getting some pain.
yeah. That's why going back to original Houston, you just chill because you have to go through the pain.
You can go through no pain yet.
Yeah.
This is your first wound.
Yeah.
That's
You have to go through the pain still.
a second seed losing to a seventh seed. So it's like, fuck, but
Yeah. We realize that 7 seed is Jimmy, Dre, Steph. Yeah, you kind of make sense a little bit.
that makes sense. Even though Draymond just be pissing me off this playoffs, but
Yeah, you kind of make sense of it. So, but anything else you want to chat about of these playoffs? Anything you're seeing?
what am I really seeing? I'm just seeing like a lot of 3-point shots. You know what I
A
mean?
lot of
So
close games, though. I will say that.
second round has definitely been better than the first round so far, right?
Yeah,
I do
we're not
not
seeing too much
want,
high scoring. I like that.
which is good. Some defensive, which is good, right? I like how the refs are letting these guys play,
Well,
right?
they're letting them play. Left and letting them
I
play.
like that stuff. It's playoffs. They let them play. Like
Yeah,
refs
yeah,
just
yeah.
blow the whistle. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah. This is why Luka's not going to win a title because he thinks that it's regular season.
yeah, you're honest. That's a good point. He thinks it's regular season.
That
Man
got you.
cannot breathe on you, and you're gonna get the foul call, Luca. They actually have to foul you.
They definitely have to foul you. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be fun. It's a fun rest of the this playoff series. We'll get back to everybody very soon with this playoffs, man. We're hoping all these series by the time we talk again will be like tied and we
I
have a
hope
lot to talk about. Even the Cavs one, man. I hope the Cavs like do their thing, man. I don't want Indiana just to sweep them, man. I want like the
that's
Cavs to
crazy.
fight.
That would
But,
happen.
but they have to fight. Honestly, once again, you won 60 games. You shouldn't be getting swept. I don't even care. You should not be
I
getting swept.
agree 100%. 100%.
Unless Donovan Mitchell himself is gone now, you should not be getting swept.
100%.
You're that good of a team.
You should be able to get games based on what you have right now without even DeAndre and whatnot. You should be able to, you know what I mean? You should.
Agreed, agreed, agreed. But that is it for the pod. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We will talk to you guys again. Peace.